All right, on section 2, page 128 to 129, it's discussing the uses of the gerund. So we're going to start with the nominative. Now, remember the nominative, there is no gerund form. It uses an infinitive. So what you might see is something like videre est credere. Okay, so the infinitives are videre and credere, which literally means to see is to believe. But if you want to put it in gerund form, you can make it seeing is believing. Another one that we're familiar with is errare est, humanus. So to err is human, or erring is human. Okay? Now, in the genitive form, you're going to see it three ways. There are three uses. So the first is with a noun. For example, finis pugnandi. So it has the end, finis, that's our noun, of fighting. Remember, this is genitive. Okay. Another way is when it's with an adjective. For example, cupidus discedendi. So here we have our genitive ending. Here's our adjective. And it means desirous of leaving. So it still translates like the genitive, of. Now, it just translates more like the present active participle, the ing. But again, you see a word ends in nd, has a second declension genitive ending on it, you translate it of doing something. Now, another way is when you have the words causa or gratia with a gerund. Okay? So if you have causa or gratia, it shows a purpose. Okay? For the purpose of doing something. For example, causa videndi. So, for the purpose of seeing. Or you could say gratia vocandi. For the purpose of calling. Okay, so this still translates genitive. Causa and gratia just means for the purpose, and those are in the ablative if you noticed. Okay, the next use is dative. It is rarely used, just so you know. And it's used sometimes with adjectives that take the dative. For example, aqua utilis, that's our adjective, est bibendo. So here's our gerund in the dative. So water is useful for drinking. So it still translates dative, to or for, drinking. Okay. Again, you won't see it that often. Now, in the accusative case, it's only used with prepositions, mainly the preposition add. So accusative, used with add mostly, and it shows purpose. Okay, so if we had ad pugnandum venerunt, well, they came to fight, literally for the purpose of fighting. Okay? But you can translate it either way. You can say they came to fight or for the purpose of fighting, even though it's not in the genitive. The ablative is last, and it's used in two ways. It can show the means of doing something. For example, nihil morando confecit. So, he accomplished nothing by delaying. So it shows by what means he accomplished nothing, by delaying. It can also be used after prepositions such as ab, de, ex, or in. So ab, de, ex, or in. For example, occupati